Okay, good morning, everyone. Today is the 21st of June 2020. Happy Father's Day to Peruvian fathers and fathers all over the world. Let me introduce this morning Inés Torres de Muñoz from Ecuador. She's based in Loja. Inés Torres majored in teaching English and has been involved in ELT since 1999. She has taught EFL in elementary school, high schools, private and public organizations, and universities too. She served as head of the language department for a local university in Loja, Ecuador, and has worked on several projects with universities. Inés has earned degrees of expert in evaluation and accreditation for universities, distance and virtual education. She also holds master's degrees in both evaluation in education from Universidad de Sevilla in Spain, OLE.
Yes, in Sevilla.
And TOEFL from Nova Southeastern University in Miami and UTPL in Ecuador. Currently, she is an ETS Associate Director based in Ecuador. So let's give her a round warm of applauses. Thank you.
Thank you, Jaime.
Thank you. And the screen is all yours.
Okay, thank you very much. So now I'm going to share my PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah.
Let me share with you. Okay. So I'm going to start. So good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. I know that today is Father's Day, and I really appreciate you are taking the time to be here today. As Jaime told you, my name is Inés Torres, and the purpose of this presentation is to show you important features about TOEFL Special Home Edition. If you have any questions, please leave them for the end or write them to my email address. I will be happy to answer them. The TOEFL IBT test is a computer delivery test that measures academic English proficiency. It evaluates the ability to combine listening, reading, speaking, and writing skills to perform academic tasks. More than 11,000 institutions in all over 150 countries accept TOEFL scores. Other organizations relied on TOEFL scores as well. Immigration departments use them to issue residential and work visas. Medical and licensing agencies use them for professional certification purposes. Individuals use them to measure their progress in learning English. Before you take the TOEFL IBT test, make sure you understand how it is structured. The test has 4 sections: reading, listening, speaking, and writing. And first, we have the reading section. In the reading section, it has 3 academic reading passages, each with 10 multiple choice questions. Next is the listening section. It has 5 listening passages. 3 are academic lectures with 6 questions each, and 2 are campus conversations with 5 questions each. Your test may include additional unscored questions for reading or listening, but never both. Then we have a 10-minute break. After the break is the speaking section. There are 4 tasks, and you record your responses into the headset microphone. Last is the writing section, which has 2 essays that you type into the computer. All 4 sections use real academic content, so you can prove you are ready for the English language demands of a university. The TOEFL IBT has been the premier academic English language test for university study, work, and immigration for decades. It is the test to take for study not just in the US, but in Australia, Canada, New Zealand, the UK, and all across Europe and Asia. In response to the global pandemic and restrictions of regular testing, ETS and the TOEFL program are proud to offer the TOEFL IBT Special Home Edition. Why offer a TOEFL at-home test? To meet the needs of students who are unable to take the TOEFL IBT test at a test center due to public health concerns. ETS is temporarily offering the TOEFL IBT Special Home Edition test. We understand many campuses and students are impacted by COVID-19, and we are committed to support test takers and institutions. TOEFL IBT Special Home Edition is a convenient, flexible, and safe option for testing while test centers are closed. We hope being able to access our test virtually will help minimize disruptions and allow applicants and institutions to continue with their time-sensitive applications and plans. This presentation will cover all the important aspects of the Special Home Edition test, including eligibility, testing requirements, accommodations, how to register, how to schedule, what to expect on test date, and how to get your scores. The most important thing to know about TOEFL IBT Special Home Edition is that it is the same TOEFL IBT test that you used to take in a test center. It has the same content, format, and on-screen experience. It has the same features like instant scoring of reading and listening, and it also has the same scoring, and you receive the same score reports, and it has the same price. Because it is the same test, your preparation for the test is also the same. You can use the same strategies and the same official materials from ETS, like the TOEFL Practice Online, the official guide to the TOEFL IBT test, the TOEFL test preparation, the Insider's Guide online course, and the TOEFL free practice test. So if you are ready for the TOEFL IBT test, you are ready for the TOEFL IBT Special Home Edition. The only differences are you take the test at home, you use your own equipment, which must meet the requirements for the test, and you are monitored through an online camera by a human proctor. Next, we are going to talk about eligibility for the test, testing requirements, and accommodations. So where and when is the test available? As today, the TOEFL IBT Special Home Edition is available everywhere that the TOEFL test is normally available, except mainland China and Iran. This could change, so check the Special Home Edition website for the most current information about where the test is available. For June 2020, test session times are available around the clock on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays until June 30th, 2020. Starting from July 1st, test sessions times are available around the clock on Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays until September 30th. But remember, this may be subject to change as circumstances of the pandemic change. Please check the website. The equipment requirements that we need. Let's start with equipment. You will need to use a computer that meets the requirements for the test. It must be a desktop or a laptop, not a tablet or a mobile device. It must have a Windows operating system versions 10, 8, or 7. You can use Mac computer if Windows is installed, and you should be using a Chrome or Firefox browser. Microphone and speakers. To communicate with the proctor, you will need a microphone, which can be an external device or the internal microphone in your computer. You will also need an internal or external speaker. Headsets and earphones are not permitted for the special home edition. Camera. You will need also a camera. It can be a built-in camera on your computer, or it can be a separated webcam. The important thing is that you need to be able to show the proctor 360-degree view of the room before your test. ETS provides reasonable accommodations for test takers with disabilities. For the special home edition, you can request accommodations via your ETS account. If you receive approval for extended time, extra breaks, screen magnification, or selectable colors, you can register for a test directly in your ETS account. For all other approved accommodations, you will need to register through the ETS Disabilities Service. What do you need before you register? Here are some important things you need to know before you register to make your registration go smoothly. First, make sure your computer is ready for the test by downloading the ETS browser. This is the software you will need to run the test. Make sure you run the exe file after downloading it to ensure that it is fully installed. Next, run the ProctorU system check to confirm that your computer, camera, microphone, and speaker meet the requirements for the test. This is the website where you can find ETS browser and ProctorU system check. Ready to register? Now you are ready to register. The registration process for the special home edition is somewhat different from the regular test and has two main steps. Step one is to start your registration in your ETS account. You will need to create an account if you don't have already one and log in. Follow the directions to register and select Special Home Edition. You won't see any test dates here because you will choose your test date later on in step 2. Keep following the directions to continue your registration and pay for your test. After you finish this step, you will receive an email from ProctorU, and this email is usually delivered within a few hours. So now we have step number 2. In the step number 2 is where you will select your test date and time and complete your registration. Use the link in the email from ProctorU to access your ProctorU account and follow the directions to select your test date and time. So here we have, okay? Look for another email that confirms your test date and where you are done, when you are done. So here you are going to receive an order. Because of the current circumstances, TOEFL IBT offers all candidates the opportunity to reschedule their tests without paying any extra fee. This applies especially in those cases where you have already been registered for the test at a test center and need to reschedule for a special accommodation test. Note that the process may be different depending on your situation. For the rescheduling process of an already scheduled special accommodation test and information, please go to your ProctorU account or contact ProctorU. For rescheduling a test that was previously set at a test center, contact ETS services. So now you have made it to test day. Make sure you have everything ready to the test at home. Your room. For the test, make sure you can be in a room alone without any interruptions. Your computer must be on an empty desk or table, and an area around it must be clear. You must sit on a standard chair, not on a bed or overstuffed chair. What do you need to have? Okay, when you start your test, you will need the following items: your ID, a mirror or mobile phone, and note-taking materials. You are allowed to take notes using an erasable marker, either with a whiteboard or transparent sheet protector with a paper inside, just like the one shown in the next slide. Here is what the whiteboard and sheet protector might look like. Either way, be sure to use a marker that can be fully erasable. Your appearance. Make sure you are dressed appropriately for the test and your ears are not covered by your hair or a hat or other items. Avoid wearing a watch, jewelry, or other accessories. Starting your test. To start your test, log in your ProctorU account at your scheduled time and make sure you are not late, or your test may be canceled. You will be connected to the proctor, who will ask you to show your ID, show your computer screen, and do 360-degree scan of the room with your computer camera. Taking your test. During the test, make sure the proctor can see you and avoid any actions that may look suspicious. After the listening section, there is a 10-minute break. You can leave your seat, but you must return on time. You will monitor by a proctor and artificial intelligence throughout the test to verify your ID. If you have technical issues during the test, you can ask your proctor for assistance, or you have to contact ProctorU by phone if you have been disconnected. Avoid leaving the room or making phone calls to anyone else. You must wait for ProctorU to solve any difficulty. Finishing your test. At the end of your test, you will be able to view your unofficial reading and listening scores. Then you will have the option to report them and continue, or to cancel them. Remember that you will also need to erase any notes you have taken in view of the proctor. Receiving your scores. After your test, your responses will be sent to ETS for scoring. Your official scores will be posted to your ETS account 6 to 10 days after your test, and also sent to the institution you designated. Keep in mind that the scores are valid for 2 years after the test. With MyBest Scores for the TOEFL IBT test, students can show their best to universities. MyBest Scores are the test takers' highest section scores from all valid TOEFL IBT tests in the last 2 years. So this new feature combines test takers' best scores for each section from all of their valid TOEFL scores in the last 2 years. MyBest Scores gives test takers a way to show their best overall test performance. So all TOEFL score reports sent after August 1st, 2019, regardless of the test administration date, will automatically include MyBest Scores along with the traditional scores. What does this mean for you? Achieving your goals sooner. How? By comparing the previous and current scores, choosing the highest of both, and posting them in each section. It is the combination of top scores for reading, listening, speaking, and writing, and the sum of those top scores. MyBest Scores are valid and supported by testing research. They allow universities to see applicants' best overall performance, and they can help test takers achieve their goals, their target scores faster. Sending the scores. How do you get your scores? Official TOEFL score reports are sent from ETS directly to institutions selected by the test taker. You can select score reports recipients before or after your test. 4 free score reports are included with your registration fee. Schools determine their own TOEFL score requirement, not ETS, and different schools and programs have different TOEFL score requirements. Check with the admission offices of the schools and programs you are interested in for information regarding TOEFL score requirements. Preparation materials. For your convenience, following I am sharing the preparation materials. The Insider's Guide is a free, highly interactive course that uses videos, short quizzes, collaborative discussion boards, tips from experts, instructors, and more to help you understand what you can do to achieve your best score on TOEFL IBT test. It includes an introduction to the test, and each section provides a scale score range for speaking and writing practice questions. By searching TOEFL IBT practice tests, TOEFL IBT practice sets, and TOEFL IBT test planner, you will reach practice materials that will help you in your preparation. TOEFL practice online tests are the only official practice tests that allowed you to experience what it is like to take the real TOEFL IBT test. It simulates the TOEFL IBT tests, and scores and feedback given for each of the 4 skills, and the options include complete tests, half tests, and speaking tests. If you shall require more practice or information, you can go to TOEFL Go Anywhere. And the official TOEFL test YouTube channel, this video series gives a deep look at the reading, listening, speaking, and writing questions, including question structure, scoring criteria, sample responses, and skill building skills tips. Finally, for your convenience, I am sharing a thorough checklist with which you can make sure you have accomplished every step to become a successful candidate for the test. Before we close this presentation, I would like to stress once more the most relevant points so you do not forget about them. Anyone can register to take the home edition test. You only need to follow the steps we have talked about and make sure you have the right equipment and programs. You must make sure your environment and your appearance make the established rules. If you need to change your appointment, follow the described steps. Remember that TOEFL IBT Special Home Edition can help you to test soon and fast in the comfort and safety of your home. For more information about TOEFL IBT Special Home Edition, please visit TOEFL IBT Special Home Edition website, COVID-19 updates, contact the official contact us of TOEFL. And for more information about this presentation, you can email to etorres@etsglobal.org. So that is what a TOEFL Home Edition is. I will reply additional questions through email, and also for more information, visit the website.
Oh, okay, thank you very much, Inés. Now we have plenty of time. We have plenty of time to ask any question about the presentation first. And if we have any other question about the TOEFL exams that Inés hasn't mentioned yet, I think she can answer. I have 2 or 3 questions, I don't know. We have like 17 participants: Angela Reina, Ariana Vargas, Atlante Ochea, Carla Montes de Oca, Colin Kieli, Edison, Jair, Karen, Lori, María Elena, Mirela Roque, Nora Lozada, Priscila Gomez, and Priscila Tinoco. Thank you everyone for being here this morning. Now you have time to ask. You just can switch on your microphone and make your question. Feel free.
Inés, hi, it's Colin here. I was wondering, how popular is this test around the world, and what regions of the world is it more popular in?
Yeah, TOEFL is the TOEFL Home Edition now is taking across the world. As I told you, just in China, in Ireland, we are not taking the TOEFL, but there are a lot of candidates that are using TOEFL IBT during this time.
See. What parts are more popular in?
Sorry?
What areas of the world is it more popular in?
Okay. I think in Latin America.
Yeah.
Yes, I think Latin America.
Cool.
Sorry, during the presentation, introduction of some of our friends, I forgot to mention Irma Guzman from Ecuador too. She's here. She's based in Guayaquil, in the beautiful city of Guayaquil. Anybody else has other questions? Please feel free to make questions. I have some questions, but I would like you to make them first.
I have one.
I would like to congratulate Inés. It was a very nice presentation, and I learned a lot. So thank you, Inés, for your presentation. It was very clear. And would you be able to pass on this presentation to us?
Carla Montes, thank you. Where are you from, Carla Montes?
I'm from, excuse me?
Yeah, where are you? Where do you live?
I live in Quito.
Oh, welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jaime.
And Jaime, let me introduce Carlita. Carlita is my colleague. She also works for ETS. So I have here Jair and Carla. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for being here with us. Thank you, Carla.
It was a great presentation. Thank you, Jaime, and congratulations, Inesita.
Okay.
Thank you.
So the question is if we can have this presentation, or maybe some of the most important.
Okay, I'm going to share some of the most important things of the presentation.
And how much is it, Inés, by the way? Now.
Okay, it depends. Okay, Jaimito, it depends on the country. I recommend that you visit the website for each country. Is different, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for Peru, in your case, is $210.
Okay. I have a question. I don't know what kind of question is this, but for example, in the international exams Universidad de Piura administrates, we use the Cambridge exams. And the order is, the order we administrate them is reading and use of English, and then writing, and then listening, and finally speaking. And there is a 10-minute break between each exam. Now the question is why? Do you know why? And it is in the TOEFL exams, first reading, then listening, then there is a 10-minute break, and then speaking, and finally writing. Is there any reason? I would like to know.
I think that is the organization of the test. And I think because, you know, reading and listening are the first skills, and the last skills, like speaking and writing, are the productive ones. And
Okay.
I think these are they left this for the end. But that's what I think.
Okay, that's what I also thought.
Yeah.
Thank you. I guess Lori has another question.
Yeah.
Okay, Lori.
Inés, is there a maximum size on the whiteboard? I have a student that is going to take it, and his is like a little bit bigger.
It's a small one. It's a small one. The one that can be useful in your desk. Okay.
Yeah, his is like a little bit bigger than
yeah, it's
that.
a little bit.
Yes,
it's a little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit. The one that, as I told you, the one that you can feel comfortable on your desk. It's a small one.
Okay.
I think it's the smallest. Yes.
I just want to say thank you, Inés. It was very interesting presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much for being here. And I want to wish all of fathers, today is the Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. And I really appreciate you were here with me, even it is an important day for you all. And thank you, Jaime.
No, thank you,
It was a great
Inés.
opportunity.
Inés. I want to read a comment that Atlante Ochea has written here in the chat.
Okay.
I know he or she, I don't know if it is he or she.
Okay.
Because it says Atlante Ochea. I know the importance of the TOEFL IBT exam, and it seems to me that it has great prestige. I also heard from Master Inés Torres, who is a well-known speaker in many countries, and now I can meet her and congratulate her. I am glad that our Latin American has someone who represents us with great class, transparency, and strength. Congratulations again to Inés Torres.
Thank you so much.
Very nice.
Atlante. Okay.
And Carla Monte says, great presentation. Thank you for sharing important information.
Thank you, Carla, too. Okay, Jaime, I think that's all. I hope to have the opportunity to continue doing presentations about this very important test. I am sure that this test is one of the most important. I always say to my students and colleagues that TOEFL is the key for our success. So thank you very much. Hope you enjoy it. Have a wonderful day.
Okay, nobody else has any other question?
No, I just this is Jose Santiago. I'm from Princeton, New Jersey.
Hello, Jose Santiago.
And I just wanted to congratulate Inés on a job well done. Thank you, Inés.
Thank you,
Thank you, Carla, too.
Thank you.
And for everybody else who attended and for everybody else who attended the webinar on a Sunday morning, thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Okay, let me, before we go home to keep on celebrating Father's Day. Next Sunday, we will have Mónica Rodriguez from Argentina, and she will be talking about keeping your heart in mind in times of re-educational crisis, and also emotional development tools for teachers. So we hope to have you, everybody, here on next Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m. Peruvian and Colombian time. Thank you once again to everybody, and let's celebrate our Father's Day. Thank you, Inés.
Thank you, Inés.
Thank you, Colin. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye,
you.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.